All right. Good afternoon. 656 Sports and Things. Here for Nathan Ings. There's Nathan Ings here for 656 Sports and Things. I think it's the other way around. I won't bore you. I'll get right to the case. It came out today through the score. A big station here in Canada. They cover a lot of wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I know you're probably thinking you've put out a lot of basketball content. What are you talking about? Wrestling. This actually interests me a lot. It's come out today that the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment is planning an Undertaker and John Cena match for next year's WrestleMania. Undertaker was one of my favorite performers growing up. One of my earliest memories of wrestling was The Undertaker. And I think Psycho Sid was going as Sid Vicious at the time, meeting each other eye to eye, and they were just big, humongous men. I'm from small town Newfoundland. I never saw anyone as tall as The Undertaker or as tall as Psycho Sid. Built big brick shit houses and just facing eye to eye. And things like The Undertaker taking on Mankind in a Buried Alive match. I remember the Tombstone. I remember that very vividly. It's one of my earliest memories of wrestling, my earliest memories of TV, some of my earliest memories of sport. The thing is, why are you doing this? Last year at WrestleMania, in the Boneyard match, you gave Undertaker a really good match with AJ Styles. That should have been his proper send-off. I know it's hard. The guy's in his 50s. He's been doing this since he was 24. It got to be hard to let that go. And he only works once a year. He makes a pretty good living, has a good relationship with Vince, the owner. When Vince says, well, we want to see you wrestle for WrestleMania, he kind of feels obligated to say, yes, I will come and I will work. But The Undertaker hasn't worked a full schedule, and I would say about 10 years. I can't remember him working a full schedule in a very long time. I think he should have retired at WrestleMania 30 when he lost to Brock. Maybe 2 years later at WrestleMania 32 when he lost to Roman, and that was the send-off of him going to the pit and him leaving his jacket and stuff in the ring, and he ended there. We're good. We're good with that. But if he ended last year with him riding off in the sunset on his Harley, was a great image. I mean, I get it. It's a big marquee money matchup. We've all wanted to see Undertaker and John Cena go at each other in a match for a long time. They did have a match 2 years ago at Mania, right after who was it advertised? He just came out and he chokeslammed him and tombstoned him, and it was a match. Cena didn't get any offense in. Cena's also a part-timer. If you wanted to see this match, you wanted to see it maybe 10, 15 years ago when Cena was still coming up and Taker was still could put on a good match. Was it a part-time player? I hope he doesn't do this. I wish the WWE would just let him, you know what, Taker, you've done enough. Retire. Just go. Just go. But it's looking like he's going to have to break his neck or die in the ring for him to stop working, which is sad because when I was a child, I loved The Undertaker. It was the first gimmick I ever really liked. Him and Kane, that stuff, the American Badass stuff, that stuff was cool. His feud with Edge was great. When the spear was banned, that was great. His feuds with Shawn Michaels were great. His matches with Kurt Angle, I can go on and talk about how great The Undertaker was. They've had a match before where Cena was coming up and against The Undertaker where the promos were Cena was going to bury him and had all these cool fire. It was a great little feud for Cena in his first year in the company. I get it. Cena's also part-time in movies now. Just let The Undertaker, just let him rest. He has two daughters. He's beat to fuck. There was a documentary they did last year with The Last Ride. Clearly, it was about him retiring. A whole documentary about that. But if you're a fan of The Undertaker, you just want to see him rest. Just let him rest. Just maybe he comes out, maybe he chokeslams someone, maybe he tombstones someone. That's it. You don't need to keep seeing it. I mean, is it going to turn into like a Terry Funk thing where he just cannot retire? Terry Funk, has been retiring since I think '97. He's been retiring. He still wrestles today. He's had a hip replacement. He's still out there wrestling and doing moonsaults and being middle-aged and crazy. And you don't want to see that for The Undertaker. A character who you've seen. I'm 33. I can't remember watching wrestling and not being in it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to see you think this is a good idea for The Undertaker to come back and maybe do one more match with Cena. Or even then, is it one more match? Can he say one more match and just go, yeah, I'm done? Can he walk away? Or is it just he can't do it? He just loves it so much that he can't just walk away. Anyway, thank you for checking out 656 Sports and Things. If it's your first time stopping by, make sure to hit that big sexy subscribe button and smash that like button. You guys have a great rest of your day, and hope to chat to you again soon. Bye.